Welcome back to another Budget With Me video. I'm Marissa, and today I'm going to be showing you our actual household budget for the month of April. If you're new here, I live in Portland, Oregon with my husband Jacob and my two sons Peter and Jack, who are almost 3 and 1. And here is a look at our budget for this month of April. So this is the budget template that I use every month for our budget, and I have this available for download with the link in the description box down below. You can check that out there. It's an instant download, works in Excel, Google Sheets, everything, so you can get that if you want to check out this budget template. First thing that we look at is our income. So we have Jacob's income and my income individually blocked out. My husband Jacob works in marketing, and he works for an employer and works from home remotely, which is really nice. He gets paid a salary. And then I work my business here on YouTube and everything. I do stay home with my boys. I'm with my boys all day during the day, but I do work at night and weekends. So it's Saturday night and here I am filming a video, and I'm just really grateful that I feel like I get to have the best of both worlds, where I get to be with my boys and then work from home. So I pay myself a steady salary out of my business as well. But altogether our income is $8,462. This is after taxes, insurance, HSA, 401k, all of those things. And you will see our zero-based budget, which means all of our income equals all of our expenses, debt, and savings, all the money out. So let me show you how we plan to spend all of our money this month in April. Hoping that this month is now more of a steady, consistent month. We recently finished our emergency fund goal. I'll leave a link to that video up above if you want to check that out. And we had a big couple months with tax refund goodness, but I think this is more of what I hope we can expect for the remainder of the year as a steady month. My husband is paid every other week, so there are 2 months of the year where he will get 3 paychecks, which we will then treat as like a bonus to put more towards whatever goal we're hoping to accomplish. So that is going to be in June and December, I believe, this year. So this is a 2 paycheck month, and this should hopefully be standard for all the other 2 paycheck months that we have for the year. Okay, expenses. The first thing that we have is our tithe in African New Life. We are Christians and we believe in giving to our church and other organizations. So that is going to be included first thing in our budget. I have that blocked out. Mortgage. I actually need to update this number. I just copied over things from, I guess, a couple months ago, and I need to update this. But our mortgage payment actually did go up because taxes went up, and so we do pay our mortgage principal, interest, taxes, and insurance all into one payment, and the taxes and insurance are held in escrow and then paid out. So they did increase this because taxes increased. So let me update this number. It is now $2,287.04. So that's a fun little update of our mortgage. We bought our house in September 2019, so we've been here 3.5 years now, and this was our first home. I'm really grateful we bought when we did. We have a 4-bedroom house in Portland, Oregon. So next we have is our HOA. We do live in a neighborhood with a homeowners association, so that is there. Next we have is water and sewer at about 100. Should be, I'm going to budget 110 because this has gone up. I don't know about you and your utilities, but ours have definitely gone up. Natural gas is now around 100. This used to be a lot lower, but can I have this at 100? Trash, this is not a trash month. Actually, I forgot to do this too. It is a trash month. $72.60 is what we'll pay in trash for this month. We pay our trash every other month. Next we have is electric. I'm also budgeting 100. This has also gone up in cost recently, but $100 there. Internet is at 62. This is another utility that's also gone up, and that's at 62 now. Our phones is at a standard 110. Insurance, this is actually going down. I think it's now around $90 a month because we recently sold one of our cars. So we had a 2018 Highlander and a 2013 RAV4. We recently sold the RAV4 and we are now a 1-car family, which I never thought we'd be, but with Jacob working from home, with me being at home with the boys and also working from home, we just had no need for 2 cars. Like, we were looking back at it, and over the last year, there were maybe like 2 instances where we were using both cars at the same time, which could have been easily avoided. So we've now been a 1-car family for, I think, a month and a half, almost 2 months now, and we haven't had any issues so far. So that's worked out, and we took the extra cash and we're able to fund the rest of our emergency fund and just get that taken care of. And now that's, less that we have to maintain and have insurance on. and it's been fine. And we keep our Highlander. We love that car. But therefore, our insurance is going down for cars. Next, we have is life insurance at $52.89, and this is a life insurance term policy on myself and my husband, Jacob. Next, we have is groceries at about $4.50, and I've shared this, but the reason why this is lower is because we do HelloFresh. We really enjoy it. I'll leave a link down below where you can get $150 off HelloFresh to start if you want to check it out. We love that, so that's another additional expense, but because some of you have used my link, I get a credit back, and so that's why groceries are lower than what they normally would be for a family of 4, I believe. Next, we have is eating out at $150 each month. We do takeout like once a week on Friday. That's our eating out, so that's what I have accounted for here. Gas at $100 for our Highlander. We're not super gas mileage with the Highlander, but yeah, about $100 that we'll plan to spend. Next, we have $50 to be spent on family fun kind of thing. We'll see if anything happens out of that. Next is miscellaneous at $100. You always need to have some sort of money in miscellaneous because there's always something random that comes up during the month, so $100 there. Next we have is Peter's school. My son Peter does go to preschool 2 days a week, so I have that in here, just also blocked out for privacy, but we are paying that as well. And then our Roth IRAs. So we are now starting to fund our 2023 Roth IRAs. The contribution limit for our age is $6,500 each. So one for Jacob and one for myself. So we actually started this in March. So we're putting $650 to each Roth IRA from March through December, and that should fully fund it. So that is at least our intention and our hope for the year. We did finish off my 2022 Roth IRA in March once we got our tax refund. So you do actually have until tax day this year to fund your 2022 Roth IRA. So if you still want to contribute to your 2022 Roth IRA, it's not too late. As of the time of this video, you can still fund it until tax day. So we're now working on our 2023 Roth IRA. So this is a big goal that we're now working on. So I do have this in the expense section just because this is money that goes out of my bank account, and this is where I like to keep track of this. I do have a separate net worth section where then I update my investments and things that we're contributing towards. So I know that this is a saving, but it really is money that's going out of my bank account. So this is just how I like to keep track of it personally, but you can do that however you want. But this just helps me see what I can expect to come out of my bank account. And I like to just kind of check that off in the actuals column here so that I know, when something did leave my bank account as planned. Next we have is college. We have $200 a month going to the 529s for both of our sons. $100 each is what they get. I know that won't fully fund college for them, but it'll be something, and we're grateful to be able to do something. But we definitely want to prioritize our own retirement through Roth IRAs and also my husband's 401k. So all in all, $65.13 is what we plan to have leaving our bank account this month. And again, some of these are our savings, but other expenses they're included. So we don't have any other debt besides our mortgage. We are debt free. So this is a look now at all of the savings section of our budget. So the first thing that we have is our emergency fund. This is now fully funded. We have over 6 months of necessary expenses saved in our emergency fund, which really feels good, especially since my husband did have a layoff at the end of 2022 because he worked in the tech industry. Thankfully, he was only out of work for 6 weeks, and we didn't even have to touch our emergency fund, but it feels really good to have that fully funded up to 6 months, and we feel a lot better about that with where we are. So next we have is our opportunity fund. I kind of mentioned this. We're putting money towards an opportunity fund of something that we're hoping will come up, but we're just saving money in the case that it does. So $355.17. I'll share more about this later as time goes on probably, but not right now. Next we have is Jacob. He gets $200 of personal spending money each month, and I get $75. This is just different for us because he's just more of a spender than I am. I don't really care to spend that much money, and that's fine. Oh, and also the reason why I have all this blocked out is just for privacy as well, for those balances. Probably just don't need to announce to the world how much cash I have set aside, so that's that. Next we have is extra giving at $50 each month to allow us to say yes to additional giving opportunities if they come up. Then we have gifts at $50 for things like baby showers or bridal shower, all of that kind of stuff. Next we have is clothing, $25. This is for like Jacob and I. We don't need a whole lot of clothing, but we're just saving a little bit of something for it. Vacation/wedding. My sister's getting married in the month of April, which is so exciting. So we are going down to Los Angeles area for her wedding, and we're making a trip of it too. So we are setting aside some money for the extravaganza, for some fun there, and we already have paid for like airline tickets and all of that kind of stuff. So this should just be more fun as we are down in Los Angeles. Excited to get some sun because you know what? It snowed today. It's March 25th in Portland, Oregon, and it snowed today. So I'm pretty much over that. Next we have is Christmas. Actually, you know what? I'm not saving money for Christmas right now. We don't need to. I do have a Christmas line item here, but it's really great to save for Christmas throughout the year. That way you have money set aside, and when December rolls around, you can like start buying gifts. Actually, you can start buying gifts like in the summer when things go on sale, or in the fall, or whenever. But we actually have been utilizing our credit card rewards to be able to fund Christmas for the last couple of years. And we use our credit cards, we pay them off every single month, use them responsibly. I never have paid a single penny in interest on credit cards because we always pay it off in full, but utilize the rewards with that. So we have one credit card that gets us 1.5% cash back. We also have the Costco credit card, which gets you cash back at different percentages for things. So I just save all of that cash back and then use it to pay for Christmas things at the end of the year. So I think that will more than cover Christmas. So I'm actually not going to save anything for it right now, but this is a really great sinking fund to start, especially as we're at the beginning of the year. Start thinking about it now. Next we have is medical. This is another thing that we took care of with our tax refund that we received. But we are on a high deductible health plan. We are contributing to an HSA to fully fund that, but we are planning to use that as more of an investment vehicle, so we are not using our HSA. Instead, we are going to be paying for medical expenses out of pocket, and we have already had to pay for some medical expenses out of pocket. So we set aside enough money to cover our deductible, and I'm just expecting to hit the deductible at least, if not the max out of pocket, but for sure the deductible. So we already used our tax refund to set aside the money for that. So I'm not saving any more money for medical expenses, but when we spend money on medical, then I will record that in our budget. Next we have is dues and subs for random things that come up during the year. Like I know our Zoom membership renewal is going to be due soon. Your Costco renewal. What else? Oh, even like car registration, like things like that. Having annual subscriptions. I just like to set aside a little bit of money each month because for us, for some reason, it seems like November is the month that all of these things come due for us, and it can just really throw our budget out of whack. So I just like to save a little bit for it every month, so that then my budget just isn't like so subscription, annual dues and subs heavy like in that month. And so I just like to even that, spread it out, sprinkle it out, even for the year. Next we have is car maintenance at $75 a month. I know Jacob was talking about having to do the brakes on our car soon, so we're setting aside money for that, but we always save $75 for it. And then $400 for house maintenance. It's important to have a house maintenance fund if you're a homeowner, because I will say today we spent $225 to service our furnace because it was snowing today. It's been in the 30s, and our furnace would only kick on for like a couple minutes and then stop, and our house was not actually heating up. So we called the HVAC people. They came out super nice. We were able to fix it really quickly, but it did cost $225. I mean, it could have been so much worse. I was like preparing for like worst case scenario of like, we're gonna have to get a new furnace. No, it was just a little maintenance. But this was actually the first thing I think that we've had like real maintenance have done on our house. Our house is 9 years old, so I know that a lot of these maintenance things are going to come due pretty soon, but out of the 3.5 years that we lived here, we've had to do very little, but we do still save every month for it. And so we have the money now here, $400 each month that we're saving towards house maintenance. We had to use it this last month, which you'll see in my March budget report, so stay tuned for that. Next we have is our household. We are putting $100 each month into household to cover things like toilet paper, paper towels, all of those kinds of things, soap, detergent, all of that. And then we have the kids line item, $250 a month set aside for them for things like clothing, toys, diapers, all the things that we need to have for our kids because they're kids. And yeah, again, toys, fun little things. Peter's been really into playing like grocery store, and so I got him a little cash register that arrived today, and he was so excited. So I love doing those, kinds of little things. We just budget for it and have that in there. So as a total, we put $2,030 to our savings. So our total out, this is calculating the expenses and the savings because we don't have any debt. This is $8,543. And you can see in this cell right below, the difference, which should be zero, is negative $81.36 because I had to do some adjustments up here. So I'm going to adjust my budget here in real time with you. And everything that we're putting every extra penny to right now is the opportunity fund. So since everything else has to be accounted for, this is what's going to have to get changed. So this is now going to be $273.81. Not a whole lot here in this opportunity fund, but you know what? I'm so proud of us for being able to budget towards the Roth IRAs, working to fully fund that. And also we are fully funding our HSA. We're putting to Jacob's 401k. We have our emergency fund in place. We're even enjoying life. We're going to go on vacation this month. So I'm excited. I feel like this is just a very standard, normal month, and I'm excited for the progress that we're making. But this is a look at our April, and I'm excited for spring, going on vacation, and working on these big financial goals. So let me know in the comments below, what are you looking forward to for the month of April? Don't forget, you can check out this budget template with the link in the description box down below. And also, if you want to learn more about budgeting and how to create a budget that'll fit your goals and your lifestyle, I have a course called A Budget to Your Dream Life. I will leave a link to that in the description box down below as well, and you can check that out. And I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.
About to leave, already